recent public discussion, I had the privilege of engaging the Federal Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, on the trending topic of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. So let's dive into the key points of that discussion and the positive impacts for the country.
Apart from this sector one, which is impacting a lot of urban areas, a lot of buildings, we are soon going to approach sector 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is going to be erasing large swaths of mangrove forests, large swaths of biodiversity-rich areas, which may not have project-affected persons like we see here. So my question and appeal at the same time is that the federal government, through your good office, considers the ecosystem services that this road is going to erase from the map of Nigeria and the services that they provide, and create more like a trust fund or a restoration plan to replant the trees, replant the mangroves, protect as much as possible our estuaries and the eco services that, will be destroyed by this road.
Noted.
A lot of people who know me understand I may have other reasons to speak about the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road project. However, I'm particular about biodiversity and the eco services that it renders, particularly to our rural dwellers and local communities across this coastal part of the country, from fishing to farming, tourism, arbor walks, jobs and employment. The coastal areas are very important to Nigeria's future economic security. The blue economy and the maritime domain are very, very important to every country and local communities. So just to throw more light on what biodiversity may mean, fishes may be disrupted, migratory patterns of birds, migratory patterns of primates, monkeys, reptiles, snakes. A road going through a desert or going through a marshland, for example, may disrupt the migratory practices of birds flocking to one area, and then pollens, pollination, farming, food security, and a host of other factors. So it's important that the ESIA captures efforts to conserve, efforts to preserve, and the contractor adds value as it constructs this world-renowned project. So I'm really, really glad that it's a federal government project, but the consciousness of what is regulatory required by an ESIA is being driven by a minister like Mr. Umahi.
We have ESIA, Environmental Impact Assessment, and it's being done by professionals, and it's also being sent to the international, funders, and so everything is being considered under this ESIA.
So I gladly announce that I volunteered my services for the Environmental and Social Impact Assessment team from the Ministry of Works and Ministry of Environment to ensure that we take enough stakeholder inputs and ensure the biodiversity of the entire stretch of Lagos to Calabar is protected. So I thank the Federal Controller of Works in Lagos State, Mrs. Keisha, as well as the head of the ESIA team, Dr. Eugene Utua, the project manager for the contractor, Mr. Jabot Shidak. They have all been very biodiversity friendly. We believe that they will be able to convince their various constituencies to ensure this road meets the basic international standards, not only in quality, not only in the commercials, not only in cement consumption and use, but also in biodiversity protection. So I went further to inquire about the climate consciousness for the project, considering that cement emits a lot of carbon footprints, both from quarries to transportation of trucks across the country, haulage, and so on and so forth.
Secondly is the carbon footprint of this project. I'm glad that the contractors, at the last engagement with them, are considering ESG in this project. But we don't want this to be more like a rape on the environment after the commercials have been done. With the carbon footprint of this project, the cement we are using for this project is going to be impacting on our climate emissions. And so it's important that this project has apart from a human face, paying compensation, has a climate conscious face. So we applaud the project, and we ask that as we are paying compensation to people, we should consider communities that are being wiped away, their cultural heritage, displacements, ecosystem services as part of this project's impact mitigation measures.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Another good benefit of this project is the carbon credit. We are not using diesel to power the street light. We are using solar. So I've told the ESIA to make case for carbon credits to the benefit of federal government. And you talk about the concrete. Concrete and asphalt. Asphalt has heat problem and is not friendly to the environment. So we are going to make, claims, by the use of concrete road, which has less heat effect. So the concrete is not heating the ecosystem as much as the asphalt. So it is all within ESIA and to the credit of the federal government.
It was at this point I realized that, man, this minister, his head is there. He's really a seasoned professional and an engineer, and not just one politician sitting down there. Thanks to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the right choice to get this great infrastructure going. We look forward in the post-construction phase of the project and believe that we'll be able to offer Nigeria not just a great social project, but a very environmentally and climate conscious one. Follow me for more tips on how you can stay sustainable, and if you want more information on the Lagos Calabar project, particularly how it affects the biodiversity and nature, just drop the word Lagos Calabar in the comment section below and I'll send you free tips.